Hey guys, Paul here. Welcome back to the channel. So it's been almost more than 2 months now since I took delivery of this brand new Model Y Juniper, and I have tested one display, instrument cluster display before with this car. So today I have a new one, which is probably the biggest one that you can fit in the car, that you can still see through the steering wheel of the Model Y Juniper. This is the 10.8 inch or about almost 11 inch display, but it has a low profile and also a big built-in air vent, so you won't miss the airflow right in front of you. And it is adjustable too, so you can manually adjust it up and down, left or right. The display also has blind spot warning, autopilot warning, all the information that you need from the car with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, mirror cast, so the display could mirror everything on your phone on the display, and Apple AirPlay. So in today's video, I'll show you what comes in the box and then step-by-step installation. And then after we install, I'll test all the features and the functions on the display and see how it looks in the Model Y Juniper. Now let's go. Let's see what comes in the box of this new 10.8 instrument cluster display with integrated adjustable air vent for new Model Y Juniper from Sanyoto. And here what came in the box. Let's take a closer look at the display itself first. This is probably one of the biggest display for the Model Y Juniper so far, but it's really low profile, so it's not huge or too tall for the front of the steering wheel. So you probably should be able to see through the steering wheel easily because of the lower profile. And this is the adjustable air vent. This is built-in air vent that you can adjust to move the air to high or low on each side. Can you move, or actually left and right side too, so you can adjust top, bottom, also left and right. Really cool. This is probably the biggest integrated air vent on any display. So in the back, it actually redirected the air vent from both bottom part of the dashboard and the top part, as you can see here. And the wiring here connect to main wire harness and optional front forward camera. The Model Y Juniper doesn't need it because it already came with the car, but for the Model 3 Highland, you can actually connect to the front forward camera. This display is compatible with both Model Y Juniper and the Model 3 Highland. And the main wire harness, as I mentioned before, it is compatible with both cars. So the only difference here between the Model Y Juniper and the Model 3 Highland is the power connector here. So the bigger one, which is 10 pin, this is the power connector, is for the Model 3 Highland, and the smaller one, which is 8 pin, for the Model Y Juniper. And they label it right here, I think in the back right here, I think label Y, this one. And this is the Model 3 Highland, and this is the OBD plug that will be connecting to the car to take all the information from the car to the display. So this is an optional front forward camera unit for the Model 3 Highland. Electrical tape, the trim removal tool, and the adapter, USB-C adapter. Also a fishing line to help fish through the dashboard when we install the wiring for this display. Alright, we saw everything that came in the box. Let me show you where to get this new display for your new Model Y Juniper. You can get this new 11-inch instrument cluster display for Model Y Juniper from Sanyoto or sanyoto.com. They actually manufacture the display themselves because I can't find any other brand that carry the same exact display. And please make sure to select the right one for your car. And for the Model Y Juniper, you don't need the camera, the front forward camera. And if you are interested, you can use my special discount code TC for extra 20% off, and this is the price after the discount. Now let's go and install it in the new Model Y Juniper. Let's start with the installation. First thing first, you have to remove the panels first. So we'll be removing first the rubber gasket, or the rubber seal on the door seal. These are really easy to remove. There's no glue underneath it, as you can see. Next, let's remove the panel on the top. Or next to dashboard, just slowly remove it. Now this panel is removed. As you can see, they are clips, no screw at all. Really similar to the one on the Model 3 Highland. So that remove this locking clip for the door seal panel. Use one of the plastic trim removal tool. It came with one, but I usually have the whole set with me. I got from Amazon.com. I'll put the link on the bottom of the video, and that's it. So this one came loose. Keep the clip, and then now you can pull it out and carefully remove this piece. So again, no screw, just a whole bunch of clips underneath. Just do it slowly and carefully. After that, you should be able to remove this whole panel. We have access to the power port, so we'll be taking the power from here. We'll be installing the pass-through, so the car will still get the power from this port, but we'll be connecting it to also power the display too. And the OBD is open right here, so this is an open OBD port. As you can see, you can just plug right in and connects to the car to get the information to the display. Alright, now let's remove the dashboard panel right here. So I will do it gently and use the tool to help. Do not use your hand to just try to pull it, otherwise you'll break the plastic clip on the inside. Again, there's no screws on the dashboard either, just a lot of locking clips. So just slowly use the tool to go through the back and the front of the dashboard. There are a few clips underneath. You'll hear it pop a little, back little. There you go. And a few of them in the front too. So I'll just put this in and then twist it. Same thing on the driver's side. You can see, just pop it out little by little. Just be gentle with it. Alright, so after all the clips came loose, then you should be able to remove the dashboard piece entirely. As you can see, there are a whole bunch of plastic clips underneath. Now we have the space to work with, and then we have to fish the wiring through. As you can see here, there's a vent for the driver, so that the display will get all that airflow from this vent right here. Now all the panels are removed, including the dashboard. Before we plug in anything, I would highly recommend to turn off the car first. So go to the main menu, come down to safety, and then all the way down, power off. Now we are safe to plug in. Now let's connect the power supply pass through first. Make sure you choose the small one, which label Y right here. This is for the Model Y Juniper. So unplug the one from the car, and then plug in the one from the display, and then plug the one from the car back into the one from the display, like so. So now we have the pass-through power to the display. And next is the OBD port, which is open, so you can just plug it in. You don't have to unplug anything. So plug in from the one from the display into the open OBD port. And if you have extra accessory that you want to plug it in, I believe you can do more than one device to plug in to the same OBD port, so you can get the data from the car, because this one has the option pass through with the cable. Alright, so now we are done with plugging in everything here. So now we have to fish the wiring from here up here onto the dashboard. So first, use the fishing wiring that came in the package, and then fish it down from here on the passenger side. Down, you should find the way out to fish through the big port, so the biggest space on the side, and then just fish it all the way out. Now don't pull it out yet, because you have to fish the wiring through this part right here, underneath this, and then come out this space over here. As you can see here, I fish it in on the other side of this path, and then underneath this, and then it will just come out on this side right over here. So now we can tape the end of this fishing wire to the wiring plug that will plug into the display, this one right here. So we have to tape it in together with the electrical tape that came in the package. Then with the electrical tape, taping on the fishing wire and the plug that we plug into the display. Now slowly pull it into the space. Again, this one is a little big, as you can see, so I wouldn't rush, try to pull it, just do it slowly. See, I pull it out from this side right here. The space here is really tight for the plug, as you can see. Make sure you don't break the plug, so just do it slowly. Just pull the wire through the other side that we put the fishing wire through. Make sure you don't break anything on this part, because this part it's really tight and small, so just slowly push it just right here. Otherwise everything else should be fine going through on the other side. So now we got it through to the other side. I wouldn't pull all the way out. I just stop right here, so make sure the wire is just long enough to get to here. We have a little space here to kind of store, you know, leftover wiring underneath on this spot. Otherwise we just pull the rest of the wiring back so we can put the panel easily back in place later when we're done with the installation. Remove the tape from the first part of the wiring. Now let's install the display. Make sure you place it on and then align with the air vent on the top. You can see here, so the top part vent only from here to here, so we have to align that, but the bottom it's all the way down, so that would be easy to just put in. But make sure you align from here to here so you get that full ventilation from the original air vent. Now we have to fish the cable from this side to the middle part. Let me show you. Now we have to fish the wire through here, so use the same fishing line to fish the wire through this way. Alright, as you can see, I put in the fishing wire through from this part, from the driver's side to on the back, and then to the middle part where the two wiring meet, and then just tape only this one, not this one. This one we can hide it later, so tape this one to this end and then we'll pull it. After you're done taping it, just push it through in here. Again, this part is a little tight, so just push it in gently. So just pull the wire. It's only come down to here, so just leave it there. And then now we just have to hide this one right here. Since the wiring for the camera, I just push it in and hide it in there. Since we're not using it, the car already has the built-in front bumper camera. After that, just remove the tape and then just plug it in. Now the display should power up. Now that's done. So when you put this one in here, make sure you do not block this one right here. So that's another clip, so just hide everything on the inside. Just leave it out a little bit. We know exactly where the wiring is, and then just pull the rest of the wiring through here, because there's a whole bunch of space that we can kind of manage the wire on the side panel right here. Alright, so display, it's power on right now. Looks really cool. Now let me clean up everything and then we'll see what it looks like in the new Model Y Juniper. Alright, the display looks really clean, looks really good in the Model Y Juniper. As you can see here, this is probably the biggest display that you can fit in the Model Y Juniper that you still can see through from the steering wheel space right here. As I mentioned before, it has this built-in adjustable air vent on the display. So before we go through everything else on the display, let's test out the airflow on the display first. This is the biggest built-in air vent on the display I have seen so far. So this is an A4 paper that has some weight to it, so it's not easily, blown by the wind. We are at the level 1, number 1 on the fan right now, on the fan speed. So let's change it to number 5. As you can see here, you can get a full airflow from the steering wheel through your face. I backed up the chair a little bit. I would be sitting right over here normally, so about right here. So even number 5, I can still get a full airflow from in front of the steering wheel, which is really nice. Now let's change to number 8. This is 7. Number 8. So this is number 8. That's a lot of. So this right in front of the steering wheel, it blows a lot. Can feel for sure. Even back here, I still can get the full effect of the airflow. As you can see, this is number 8. And let's go to number 10. This is the highest, and you can adjust it either left, right, up, and down on the air vent itself. So it works great, have no issue at all. It's getting hot out here. I have tested a little bit before, and you always get the airflow, even number 1 or number 10. So I'll just lower it down to number 1. You still can get the airflow, even just number 1. Before we go through the main menu, let me show you the whole layout of the display real quick. This is a UI number 1. So you have the car right in the middle. You have a speedometer right here on the left, and it's big. I'll show you later when I drive the car, and it's actually thicker and bigger than the one on the main display. And I like it how it actually on the left hand side right here, not on the right or even in the middle. So it's far away from this one, so your eyes, it's in the front. It keeps your eyes in front, and instead of drawing your eyes back here. So if the speedometer was back here, like some of the display, it's too close to this, and sometimes draw my eyes back to the main display again. So we have a speedometer here, all the warning lights on the left, and some of the warning lights on the top. And as you can see, the doors open, and the doors open on here, and it shows on the main graphic, and it's big graphic here because of the size of the display. And I love how low profile of the display is, so it doesn't block a lot of views in the front, but it has a lot of space to display information on the display, and it's big enough. So we have a battery percentage on the bottom, also a range from the battery. We have time up here, and also the temperature and gear selection on the right hand side, and the main menu on the right, which is should be on the right. A lot of displays on the left, so I really like it how they put the layout on the right. And you have Apple CarPlay here, and you can either use touchscreen on the display to select different menu, as you can see here, or you can use the scroll wheel on the steering wheel. So I'll use the scroll wheel. So the first one, let's go back to the first one. So the first one would be driving information for the current drive, and also the mileage of the car. And the second one would be a consumption, and the main setting menu, CarPlay, Android Auto, mirror cast, so you can actually mirroring your phone on the display. I will try to test that. And then also AirPlay, and last would be AirPlay. So let's go through the main menu real quick. Go to setting on the main menu. It's really simple. I love this display with the setting. It's not complicated, it's easy to read. So the first one would be Wi-Fi. So that's where you connect to download the software update of the display. And then general would be everything else. So the general would have temperature, hour system, time zone, and speed limit sign. Round would be everywhere else in the world, and then rectangle would be American. And audio output, you can put loudspeaker, the built-in speaker of the display, or Bluetooth. Tire pressure unit, and languages. These are the languages that's available on the display. And then now you can change the car model graphic on the display too. So you have Model 3 Highland, Model 3 Cybertruck, Model Y, and Model Y Juniper. Let me show you all the models real quick. So Highland, this is the Model 3 Highland. This is the regular Model 3, the older Model 3. This is Cybertruck, and this is the legacy Model Y Juniper, which is this car. You can also change the color to match your car. And also display. So display is changing the UI. You have the UI 1 at the moment, UI 2, UI 3. So you have 3 different UI, and the display has 2 different color. So to follow the main display, which is white right now, light and dark. So you could either select white, light or dark, or just follow the main display. You can choose between the Apple CarPlay. So this is Apple CarPlay full screen or half screen. Forward looking, meaning if you were to install the front forward camera for the Model 3 Highland, you can just select to turn on. And then Rainbow Road, so when you select the autopilot, it will change to Rainbow Road. And the software update right here. So that's really simple and straightforward for the main menu of this display. Now let me show you how to set up the Apple CarPlay real quick. Just select Apple CarPlay on the main menu and then push to the right, and then just find that Apple CarPlay ID in your Bluetooth setting, and just wait this one right here. Pair, allow, and request Apple CarPlay connection. Connect. There you go. So it should be connecting right about now. There you go. It's really quick, really responsive. As you saw from the setting, I changed to a half screen because that's probably most people do, because you still want to see the information of the car right here. But I can change to the full screen for you real quick. Here we go. So we get the full screen. So if you choose to use a full screen, let's say you go on a trip, you want a full screen map on this display, you can also do that. But normally I would just do half screen, so I have the information of the car on the right hand side. Alright, so now we are back to half screen, and you can use any apps you want, Google Maps, Waze. Because of the size of this display, even with the half screen, well, not quite half, I would say like a 3/5 of the screen. Even with the 3/5 of the display size, it's big enough because of the size of the display. This is almost 11 inches from here to here. So that's the huge benefit of this display too. So you can view a really good size map on the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So now let's test out the music real quick. Let's go to Pandora. Alright, so to listen to the music with the speakers of the car, you can select here to Bluetooth options right here, and usually it's already connected to your phone, and then now you can listen to the music, but you would have to change on your phone to output in your car. So you have to select your car instead of the phone. So now we can also control it from here. As you can hear, it's from the car speaker. And the sound output for any other apps would be the same setting as for the music, like the maps, if you want to output the voice for the direction. And it also has, let me go back to the main menu. So it also has a really cool shortcut functions if you swipe the display down. So we have a preheat battery here, and also open the door. So front right, rear left, rear right, move the chair forward, backward. So the chair would be for the front passenger chair. So let's say if I select right here to move backward, so I can't really hold to move backward and forward, just press 1 and it does one increment. so it's not quite usable for the chair shortcuts. But let's test the door. So the front passenger door, okay, so it opens all the way out too. You can see it's unlatched. Alright, so the rear left open, it's showing on the car as you can see, and then rear right opens, showing on the car. So all 4 doors are open at the moment. So those are the shortcuts, and you can adjust the sounds from here and also the brightness of the display. I couldn't find a main menu, so you have to swipe down to get the brightness. So you can either do the manual or auto. So auto meaning it will just follow the brightness on this main display. Okay, so let's see if I can see different UIs from here. So go to the display and then UI number 2. Let's change that, and this is the UI number 2. So UI number 2 doesn't have the 2 modes, dark and light. So it will just show this kind of dark mode all the time with the speedometer right in the middle and everything else on the left and right. So you have the full consumption separately on the left hand side instead of selection here. And yeah, so this is like a more driving focus with the speedometer right in the middle. So the two UIs, 2 and 3, it's really similar. You can see 2 and 3, it's similar on the main graphic when you park the car, but it will change when I drive the car. Then I'll show you all 3 different UIs when I drive the car. So here's how to connect your phone to the display via Miracast. So first you have to go to the setting and then go to Wi-Fi and then connect to your phone Wi-Fi hotspot. Then after that, connect. You go home and then select Miracast here, and here you go. And then you just have to select to mirror your phone to another screen and just select LY link. That's what it is. And here, so it mirrors everything on the phone. So as I change, go to home, it mirrors the whole thing on the phone, as you can see. Let's see if I could mirror the Netflix on the display. So it mirrors vertical, but let's see if I turn my phone horizontal. I think it won't allow the Netflix to do full screen. Very interesting. But yeah, you can try it, but YouTube works fine. So do anything because what's the wrong part? Here. So if I do a full screen on the phone, then you get full screen on the display over there, which is really, really cool. So it could do Miracast. I was trying to do a AirPlay, but somehow it doesn't do it. Let me try again. The AirPlay doesn't work, but at least the Miracast works. So I don't know, hopefully next software update will fix the AirPlay, but at least the Miracast works and you can mirror pretty much the whole phone on that display. So that's the huge bonus. Okay, before we go test it out, let me point out something I forgot. It's the color of white background on the display. I know it doesn't show well on the camera. This one's, it's a little more greenish to it. This one, it's a little warmer, but in real life it's a lot closer than it is in the camera. And this is probably the closest white color background to the main Tesla display so far. Alright, let's go test it out. Alright, let's go test it out, and this is my POV of the display. This is probably the biggest display that you would fit in the Model Y Juniper, the width wise. I mean, anything taller than this, you probably won't see the whole display at all. And this is the UI number 1, and you have a really good size speedometer, as you can see. And we have a power and regen just right below the speedometer. And when the speed limit is available, then it will show right on top of the speedometer on the left hand side. As you can see, as I mentioned before, when the speedometer is on the left hand side, and it's far away enough from the main display, this one, then you don't really move your eyes back to the main display the way you used to. So you can keep your eyes in front of you with this display a lot better because of the size of the display and the size of the speedometer. As you can see, when the car on the brake, it will show on the graphic on the display too. And right now I'm on the live feed on the consumption here, as you can see. And only one thing is the consumption, live consumption is based on kilometers, not on miles. So now we have the speed limit available, then it will just show up on the right hand side of the left of the speedometer. And you can scroll, of course, change to all the settings, all the menus with the steering wheel button here. And this is UI number 3. So it's really close to UI number 1, but it has like a darker road in the middle and the lane is kind of moving while your car is moving, but everything else pretty much the same here. So if you turn on the autopilot, you see the autopilot on the left hand side. I kind of like both UIs. They're both really clean. Like the first one better because it's more OEM, not just like the one on the main display in the car. But this one is really nice too. Love the graphic of the car. And this is UI number 2. So the UI number 2 only has one mode, which is dark mode. And actually the speedometer is smaller, but it's right in the middle. And the consumption moved here permanently, so it's always display that consumption all the time. And you have the menu on the right hand side. This one right here, it's actually regen and power right on top of the speedometer. Now let's see the CarPlay with Waze app. As you can see, because the size of the display, the map on Waze or Google Map or Apple Map, it's plenty big. So it's big enough to see, really nice size. And you still have everything on the right hand side with the speedometer, warning lights, regen and brakes, and power, also the gear selection. And you have the map, nice and clear and really good quality graphic. And this is Google Map. So Google Map is a little smaller graphic than Waze. So that's why a lot of people, prefer to use Waze because it's really easy to see, nice and big. And it also has a blind spot warning with the yellow blinking or yellow line on the right, as you can see, and the car next to the car graphic in the middle. And if I turn on the signal, it will change to red. There you go. It also has the autopilot warning, as you can see. And here what it looks like when you turn on the rainbow road and activate the autopilot or LHD. So on the blind spot warning, they could make the car that's showing on the display a little bit bigger. As you can see here, the car is really small. The UI number 2 still has the blind spot warning showing the yellow line and of course the red line, but it doesn't show the car graphic in the middle anymore. Now let's test out Siri on Apple CarPlay on this display. Hey Siri, take me to Starbucks.
One possibility is Starbucks on Red Cedar Drive in Highlands Ranch, less than a half mile to your north. Is that the one you're looking for?
Yes.
Getting directions to Starbucks using Google Maps.
There you go. Because the screen is far out here, it's really convenient if you can use Siri with Apple CarPlay. So you can, find directions without having to, type in or press here or type in on your phone. So this is a lot more convenient. I'm glad that it's working with Siri on the display, but of course you have to have your phone around for Siri to work. And this is the dark mode on the display compared to the dark mode on the main screen. Really similar. I mean, the brightness wise on the dark mode, it blends in really well with the main screen and this display, so it doesn't look out of place. It looks like OEM, come from the factory. That's why I like this UI a lot, because it fits really well with the main display here. Alright, now let me show you what it looks like at night. As you can see in the video, the display works great and it looks really good in the Model Y Juniper. All the functions works with the mirror cast, which you can cast the whole screen from your phone to the display, and also blind spot warning, autopilot warning, Apple CarPlay. Every single functions works except the Apple AirPlay. That one didn't work, but at least I got the mirror cast to work, so at least one of them worked. And I think what I love the most about this display is the size of the display and also the size of the built-in adjustable air vent. So for sure I don't miss that airflow right in front of me. Let me know in the comment down below what you think about this brand new display for your Model Y Juniper. I'll make sure to put the link of this display in the description down below and special discount code for you too. Thank you so much guys for watching today's video. Make sure to click like if you like the video. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome contents like this. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it what I'm